Everyone can relate to trees. We have climbed them, we've enjoyed their shade. We may even have proposed to a loved one beneath one. We may simply have admired them, and we certainly breathe the air they recycle. But after they're cut, we enjoy the wood products from paper to furniture, including firewood, coming from the trees. Earlier this year, Ian Risley, Rotary International President 2017 to 2018, set a challenge. He observed, environmental degradation and global climate change are serious threats for everyone. They are having a disproportionate impact on those who are most vulnerable, those to whom Rotary has the greatest responsibility, yet environmental issues rarely register on the Rotary agenda. The time is long past when environmental issues and sustainability can be dismissed as not Rotary's concern. It is, and must be, everyone's concern, he said. The President-elect at the time challenged every Rotary club to make a difference by planting a tree for each of its members between the start of the Rotary year on the 1st of July 2017 and Earth Day on the 22nd of April 2018. Trees remove carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases from the air, which slows global warming. They stabilize climate, encourage wildlife diversity, and protect water tables and water flows. It is my hope that the result of all that effort will be far greater than the environmental benefit that those 1.2 million new trees will bring, Risley said. I believe the greater result will be that Rotary recognizes our responsibility not only to the people on our planet, but to the planet itself. Rotary Club Prague International has accepted the challenge. The Czech Republic is blessed with many trees and a government which has a solid and sustainable program of forestry management. Not so for many other parts of the world. Rotary Club Prague International needs to team with an organization which can reach out to provide the infrastructure and the know-how how to plant trees to make a difference. We researched a number of options to test if Rotary International already had a partner for this work. Zone headquarters in Zurich confirmed that this was not the case for Europe, and Rotary International headquarters informed us that no partner will be chosen centrally to complement the challenge set by Ian. So we set out to identify organizations which can help us meet the challenge. Having evaluated over 10 organizations and communicated with a number of them, we settled on a partner with WeForest. WeForest works with communities, local organizations and NGOs to develop sustainable reforestation projects, demonstrating how it's possible to mobilize communities and restore our degraded soils. WeForest is backed by a scientific network. It's growing a movement of small and large companies committed to take restorative action. WeForest joins with local partners to scale restoration projects and measures the quality of the activities it carries out to develop best practice. The projects share learning, benefits and impacts to inspire others to participate and take action. Let me tell you a little about the project we have chosen. In Zambia, poverty and environmental degradation are closely linked. Indeed, Zambia is one of the world's poorest countries and has one of the highest rates of deforestation. In the Copperbelt province, large numbers of miners were forced into charcoal production after the collapse of the mining industry. Here, WeForest is working to restore Miombo woodlots that have suffered as a result, supporting sustainable socio-economic development and promoting a market for green alternatives to charcoal. Named for the dominant oak, the Miombo trees, like Miombo woodlands, are unique to the African environment and support a habitat for wildlife. Through a holistic approach that integrates livelihood development with ecological restoration, WeForest supports farmers to restore the native Miombo woodlands that are disappearing from the region. By employing assisted natural regeneration of Miombo woodlots and introducing economic activities such as bioenergy and honey production, local communities can restore their own forests. Women supplement their income by operating small-scale nurseries where trees are grown. Farmers are encouraged to return a portion of their land to forest, not for the sake of it or to ease the conscience of Western nations, but to supplement their income, stabilize the soils, and build a sustainable future for their families. Pico stoves were developed to burn wood more efficiently, in fact up to 30%. This means less fuel is required, less time is required by the farmers and the women gathering firewood, and more importantly even than that, less carbon monoxide emissions are made by the stoves, which means the life expectancy of women using the stoves, particularly indoors, is significantly lengthened. Holding her infant and child and standing between her mother and grandmother, this is Sankani. These 4 generations live under one roof, a close kinship we have lost in the West. Sankani and her family have 9 hectares of subsistence farm where they grow vegetables and maize, a staple across the Luanshya district in the Zambian Copperbelt. Sankani recently joined the forest restoration program and has committed to return 1 hectare of her farm to the forest through assisted natural regeneration. Why? The stream that used to run through her land all year now dries up for a number of months. Some of the ways trees and forests contribute to the hydrological cycle are common knowledge. For instance, facilitating infiltration of precipitation through the soil to recharge the groundwater. The alternative being runoff, topsoil erosion, and perhaps even flooding. There is less awareness of the role forests have in actually triggering precipitation. Tiny organic particles released by the trees ascend into the upper atmosphere, presenting surfaces on which water vapor can condense, thus creating clouds and subsequent precipitation. Clouds additionally reflect solar energy back into space, providing a natural cooling effect. These tiny particles account in part for the greater extent of precipitation over the world's most dense rainforests. Through the harvest and sale of honey, rural families can earn a living from healthy, flourishing forests, an incentive for local engagement in forest restoration. Moreover, bee pollination itself helps the forest to regenerate. It can also increase agricultural yields in nearby farms, providing additional benefits for farming communities. That's why in Zambia, as part of WeForest's efforts to restore the native Miombo woodlands, they are encouraging local families in beekeeping and honey production. 1 beehive can easily produce $20 of revenue in 1 year's time, so with enough space for around 4 beehives per hectare of woodland, each family can earn an estimated $80 per year per hectare. This represents a substantial increase in their current income, which averages around $300 a year. We're also looking for local partners. We've contacted the local Rotary Club in Luanshya in Zambia and had a positive response. The club is looking into the projects and we seek to sign them up as a partner of the project, as our local eyes and ears. A project like this obviously requires funding, and we intend to raise a starting sum of €500 to plant the first 500 trees. We hope that members will engage and make personal contributions towards planting the 1 tree for each member for the club. We also hope that members will engage in some of the fundraising activities we shall be sponsoring and running throughout the rest of the year. Ideas are very, very welcome. Rotary Club Prague International is proud to launch its Tree for Life initiative in conjunction with WeForest, an NGO specializing in planting trees throughout the world in a sustainable manner, helping not only the planet but also local communities.